So this is my submission for today. I know in my previous video I was talking about reading this book, Focus by Titoluwa Samuel Adapo. And I have read, and now I'm in like chapter 4, and I underlined some things here that says conversations are a great way to track focus. So I'm reading Focus, but I lack focus, and that is why I'm like recording this live again today. I feel cold because it rained today, and everywhere just feels so cold, and you know, so unusual. Scratch that. Some people say, Olanike, this is, I think this is my fourth live video. Fourth of it, four. That means I am making progress. And I'm doing what I said I want to do. Except that I'm not really doing the other things that I said I want to do, which was the essence of my previous video. To just say, okay, this is where I'm at right now, and this is what I'm doing. So today is Thursday, and I made my last live video, I think last week Sunday. And what have I achieved? I think I started like researching something that I knew that I'm interested in, that I want to work on. The only issue is that I remember writing that thing down in my journal. I think last year or 2 years ago, that was when I wrote it down in my journal. And the moment I remembered again, I just went on to ChatGPT to just like type if you prompts. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm recording this thing live, because I want to hear myself say the rubbish that I'm saying right now, like the mistakes. I'm not really saying rubbish. Okay. So I went straight to ChatGPT. I used Gemini. I used Perplexity AI. I'm kind of, knowing this AI thing little by little, like, I'm growing. So I used ChatGPT, I used Gemini, I used Perplexity, I searched on Google, I was just making like a few research, and I have been able to like, with ChatGPT of course, because I didn't have like much time and all, I've been able to create a Google form. I know how to create Google forms, already. So I created a Google form, which I have not sent out because I'm still like conducting research. Now I'm reading from Understood. It is basically something about like neurodiversity in Nigeria. Because part of my story, I remember one of the prompts that I shared with ChatGPT is, okay, as someone who grew up, hearing a lot of shit and a lot of adults just talk down on her, on her intelligence, basically. So I was just conducting research about children now who are experiencing like dyslexia, dyscalculia, ADHD, AD, and a lot of other neurodiversity issues like that. And as much as from my experience, I've known people to just shun them down, kids like that who have these experiences or are going through like some of these things. I've seen people like shun them down, shut them up, or say, okay, it's a spiritual issue, or they just have problems, or they're just not in the right place, or a lot of stupid excuses instead of trying to see how to help these children actually learn like they should, with the help of maybe therapy, maybe not extra, because extra lesson in those days was toxic. For me, I used to feel like extra lessons were toxic. So I was just basically reading about it and researching using, I used Google Scholar. Yeah. Although some of the things that I saw, and I tried to check like on LinkedIn, although I saw things, but I didn't really see like, I've been reading, I received emails from this course, I've forgotten the name, but I get their emails, and it's about special education, like special children in the UK, in the US. I've been looking for something from Nigeria, from Africa, something that just, someone that just shares the experiences, all of these things, and I haven't seen them. So that is why my research is kind of much. So I have to pace myself from this week to next week to see how to go about it or what I'm really doing. Sometimes I feel like I'm making sense, and other times I feel like I'm not making sense. That's why I'm recording life again to show myself that maybe I am making sense. It just does not seem like it right now. So, but I've been having issues being focused, even though I'm reading the book Focus, which is why I'm here to record, this, because it's a live documentary. It's a documentary of my life, of where I am right now. I was in a different place in my last 3 videos. So today I'm also in a different place or in a different space. Although I'm still recording in the same place, in the same location, the community school, in my community, you know. So basically, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I feel like, am I doing the right thing in my life right now? Am I not? Am I like, I feel like I should move, like move to a different place. I meet different people. But right now, I don't even know if I can afford to move. So this is me. I'm taking pauses. I'm stopping because I'm trying to think. And the more I try to think, the more I don't think about anything. I don't know if that happens to any other person. Like the moment you say, okay, let me think, then you just find out that nothing flows in your brain, right? So I don't want to try to think because the moment I try to think, I won't get anything to say. So that is it for me. So I'm working on something and I'm trying to be accountable. I'm trying to be accountable, not to anybody but to myself, because I remember having a conversation with a friend on Tuesday night, and we recounted like a lot of things that I have done. I've done so many things in this life. It was one that was even telling me that, oh, Nike, you've done this. Then he started to mention them, and I started to think, oh, did I really do that? It was like, oh, you've done content creation, you've written poems as poet, I've written stories, I've done real estate, I've done what's it called? I've done businesses, like I've sold Zobo, I've um I've done sales for phones, I've sold like, what's it called? Oh my god, I'm trying to um spray. Pepper spray. I used to sell pepper spray. Um I think I've done quite a number of businesses, and I've ventured into a lot of things. There was time I was working at the radio station, interned rather at the radio station, and I've done, all of these things, all of these places. And one of the things that he told me was, "Oh, Mike, don't see it as you've not really done something." And yes, I once like hosted a podcast. I've done so many things. I don't even know why I was always doing all of these things, but I think one thing that I'm now trying to correct, which was the beginning of this video, not this particular one, like the intent of this live documentary, is because I realized that I always have ideas. I always try to do so many things, but then it just remains an idea and I don't do it. Right? That is why I'm being accountable to myself and challenging myself to say, okay, I will come live on YouTube, record myself, say whatever it is I want to say, document my life. Like I was supposed to go to today, I was supposed to like go to another part of my community to record this video. That is occurring. But since it rained and there's so much cold and I don't know how to deal with, like, even right now I feel cold because of the breeze, so I couldn't do it. But instead of me to say, oh, since I can't go to a clearing today because of the weather and everywhere is, the road is bad and all, I won't make a video. I had to tell myself no excuse. I just had a conversation with someone from Acquaint. I think I remember I mentioned Acquaint in my previous video. Acquaint is a platform, it's a global platform that connects you with people from different countries in the world to boost humanity, just something about humanitarianism and yeah, and having great conversations, mixing with the culture. And today I had a conversation with Fatima from Syria. It was a beautiful, long conversation, like I think 50 minutes long conversation, and we got to know each other. She asked questions, I answered her. I asked a few questions, she answered me. And she told me like some of her favorite movies that I should check out. I noted them down, so I'm going to like check some of the movies that she recommended, and also recommended a few movies to her. And we connected on Instagram. That is a part of me that loves people, that loves to. In fact, I'm going to say this now. I just remembered. I stopped like volunteering on Acquaint like since a long time ago, and then sometimes like, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, my mom just comes into the room and says, that's Acquaint or account that you volunteer with, why aren't you volunteering anymore? And I was like, I don't know, I just got tired, I don't know. She was like, come on, sign up, volunteer. She just, because she knows that I love to have like great conversations with people and meet people. So the moment she observed that I stopped, because I was always having like different sessions with people. I've met from Lesotho. I was having that conversation with Fatima today, and I was like, I need to visit Lesotho. I don't know when, but it is one of the countries that I really want to visit. So I've met someone from Lesotho. I've met people from Egypt, from India, from Sierra Leone, from Ghana. I think I've met from China. I've met from Canada. I've met from the United States, the United Kingdom. All of these people from Acquaint, right? Uh, there's Namibia. I met someone from Namibia. If she's an older woman, I think 50, in her 50s, something around 54, 57 years old. And we had a beautiful conversation. And she like gave me some recommendations. So check this out, check this out. And it was so amazing. It was so interesting for me. So that is a people loving and conversation, part of me that my mom helped me bring back to life, because now I think I have another session on Sunday or tomorrow. One of those. I'll check my email to confirm my next acquaint session. So if you're listening, if you ever come across this video anytime, because I'm not going to edit it, I don't have strength. Maybe I would learn video editing later, but right now, no, I'm not learning anything. If you ever come across this video, you can check Acquaint, Acquaint, Acquaint online. They're also on Instagram, they're on LinkedIn. Who knows, maybe the love of your life. I'm not saying that, but you could. Um, so that is where I am right now in my life. Acquaint, research for a business that I'm trying to do, and trying to stay consistent, not by my power or it's God that would help me. Trying to stay consistent on an idea that I have chosen to explore. Because I think that I would have been better off if I had stayed consistent, or if I just stuck onto that thing or those things in those days or in that moment. And I think one of the things that I've now realized about consistency is not about doing it every day. That was the issue that I had. I kept thinking, oh yeah, thank you. Good evening. That was the issue that I had. Like, I used to think that consistency meant showing up every day. But now I understand that consistency means showing up when you should. Like, if I say, okay, I'll be showing up on Wednesdays and on Saturdays for something specific, it means that I did not miss Wednesdays and Saturdays. But if I would miss any of those days, then I cover, I make like a cover. So if I would miss a Wednesday, for example, if I'm supposed to like have this my next live video on Saturday or Sunday, and I miss one of those days, then it means that I get to schedule it for a Tuesday. That is like keeping up or like catching up what I'm doing. That is what like consistency means for me now in my adult years of living, because I'm not so old, I'm just in my 20s. So that's what I'm working on, and that's where I'm at now. And this video is about 15 minutes 40 seconds long. And I don't know who would watch or wouldn't watch, but is this really my life right now? Yes, it is. And I'm still fundraising. So right now we're supposed to do like the donation next week, the pads, because I'm currently fundraising for to get reusable pads for young girls in my community, and this is the community school right now. I'm going to flip my camera to show it. That's where I'm like filming, recording this video. So yeah, this is the board. So the idea is to get them reusable pads for the young girls here, because sanitary pads are very expensive. And imagine someone having to use like 5 disposable pads a day and buy more expensive sanitary pads. So I just thought of whatever reusable pads, gifting them. I know that yesterday was May 27, May 28th, sorry, that is World Menstrual Day, but I'm not even want to go with the crowd and everything like that. And I just feel like I was even at work. So I was like, even work, because I'd be at work, I'd be at the office. And now I'm thinking about next week, and I think that I would be at work next week. And I don't know how this wants to work, but I'm trying to see how it would work, because I'm still raising funds to get more. And I just hope that there's like support and help. Yeah, so that's the update on the reusable parts. When I do, or when we do, because I've seen people who are interested in joining me for the distribution. So when we do like distribute to the young girls in this place, I would make a video. I don't know if I would go live, but I would surely make a video, and you know that is part of being accountable, and I'll put it out. Yeah, so is this really my life? Yeah, this is my life, and I'm hoping to read more of this book. And once I'm done, I would I'll see where it goes. I'll see where it goes, because at this point in my life, I don't know. I'm trying to do things, but I feel like a confused person. And yes, another thing that I have to say, I just remembered. I saw the movie Forever. It's a Netflix film, and I don't really like it. I don't want to be the first person to say, but I don't really like it. I didn't. It's a good movie, yeah, but I just watched it like it was purely entertainment. There's, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just basically purely entertainment. I didn't feel nothing intellectual. I didn't feel like, okay, this thing is getting me somewhere, taking me somewhere. And that's on movies. And for Substack, I've been reading a few newsletters from Substack. Yeah. So that is my life updates for. Is am I supposed to like name these things like, or title these things like episode 1, episode 2? Oh my gosh, mine is so rough. I need to lose it. Yeah. But so should I say until next time? Because that's basically everything that I have to say today. And I'm actually considering like, because I don't know how this would work. Am I supposed to say it yet? Because that saying that if you're yet to do something, you shouldn't like put it out there or say it. And I don't know. So maybe I shouldn't say it, but then I'm always having ideas. I got a word from this book. Um, it's not like my first time seeing the book, but then seeing the word rather. Um, I'm trying to check. Who is it? Where is it? I think I underlined it. It is ingenious. So I checked my dictionary, and it means it goes along like someone who is always like skillful, and is skillful. Oh my gosh. Woo! Let's just say stupid English, bad English. Skillful. That's the word, skillful. Someone who is skillful and always has ideas, like comes up with ideas. And I tell you, that is why I always have ideas. I don't know how it happens or how I do it. Like just yesterday night, I was so drowsy. I really wanted to sleep. And then I just had this idea and I quickly like shared it with someone because it was for like an organization that I volunteer with. And I was like, oh, can we do this? She has not responded, but I had to like send that voice note that I had this idea now and I don't want it to live in or go in, without doing it. So I'm ingenious. Uh, so right now I need to go and buy water. It's one of the reasons I came outside. It's 500 naira. And I have to buy a bag of pure water for 400 naira. That's 20 sachets of water in a bag for 400 naira. In Ogbayo or in Tabo, my mom says they sell it for 250 naira. But in this place, they sell it 400 naira. So this is like the last cash that I have on me right now. Cash. But I say, I'll make money. Making. Someone used to call me that when I was in uni. She'd see me and say, in making. Making. Yeah, making. So I don't want this to feel like a journal, but it wouldn't be a bad idea if it's a journal of my life, because journals are basically like documentaries of people's life, daily activities, weekly, yearly activities, whatever it is. And I hope to change location to somewhere else where I can, like, show something that I also want to see, not just people, because I already said it before. Like, this is not just about people seeing my video or my life documentary, because I was just like, I saw something. Taj Babyface shared something. I saw it on Instagram, and it was like, what if, you know, his grandfather, because he said he did not get to meet, I think, was his grandfather or his grandmother? He didn't get to meet them. So he was now saying, what if, like, his grandparents left like digital footprints of themselves, for the younger generations. So in essence, it was saying that if only his grandfather had recorded like some videos of his life activities, or just like made documentaries of himself, it is something that would have been valuable to him, or for him as a grandchild. So these videos would be here. I'd get married, I'd have children. My spouse would get to see this video someday. Um, my in-laws would get to see this video someday. Um, the friends that I would make and the people that would become important to me, other than the people that are in my life right now who are very important to me and I love them so much, they will come to see these videos someday. And it will just show something to them, something that I do not know right now, but something that will come to be valuable or meaningful or worthy for them or to them in the nearest future. So it is me living my digital footprints without edits. I've made so many errors today. I've said so many bad English today. But would I edit it? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't even have the time. I don't have the strength. No, no energy. So on this note, You can see these people. Let me record. You see, this is where I am. Can you see them? That's a shop. It's a tailor shop. Yeah, so um, this is me. I think I should be signing out right now. So I will go and get my water. And until next time. My name is Elanike. My name is Wealth is Comfort. And one of the questions that Fatima asked me today is, are you living up to your name? And I was like, gosh, I need to live up to my name now. I need wealth to be comfort for me. Olanike. So, or, it's just like basically caring for something, or, so like wealth is comfort. And I hope that wealth becomes comfort to me soon because I'll be wealthy. 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 Okay, so the question still remains, is this really my life right now? I guess it is. Till next time. And I'm also considering like a TikTok life. I've abandoned that TikTok account since any time, but maybe I'll go back to it. Yeah. Bye. Till next time.